Art is my passion, and art is our daily companion. We all take artistic decisions every day when we wake up and get dressed. Artistic decisions when we choose what to wear. What is the message we want to give with the way we wear? The chair you are sitting on, the beautiful building we are in today, the car you are driving, started as an idea. And the principles of design help to visualize and realize this idea. The principles of design help us to understand our life, to understand our space, to organize our life, obstacles, and limitations in order to find a balanced life. Art encourages us to make decisions, to take risks, and to find wholeness. I speak by experience, or from experience. I was born in Colombia, South America, in 1945. And 2 years later, the violencia, the known period of the violence in Colombia started. After one of the most popular political leaders and candidate to the presidency was killed, April 9, 1947. Life was charged with violent events, with persecution, torture, and death. At a very young age, in a very sheltered and loving environment, I saw crude images of violence, and I hear terrible stories describing disappearance and pain. So society was tinted by political and religious alliances within a big gap between rich and poor. Their society shaped me as a submissive girl. I learned how to fulfill the duties in a traditional family. I knew how to behave within this confining social and political, imposing religion, gender biases, and limitations. I developed a strong sense of curiosity, and I felt the need to interact, the field to search and inspect everything that was new or different around me. At school, I learned how to obey, to endure, and to please. Religion was a very strong force that kept us in our confined social norms. Guilty feelings and the fear of the punishment of God became my companion, and learned that the world of women was an isolation of the men's world. Abnegation and submission were the qualities for a good wife to be. I became a silent observer, aware of body language, interpreted of nuances of language, read between lines, and made my own conclusions. I couldn't express this to my outside world. Art became I felt comfort in drawing. I could construct my work, and it helped me to understand my experiences. During the college year, I had a great awakening and a big inclination for the fine arts. I started college and enrolled in an architectural program, trying to compromise for a more social approved professional career. Artists were considered outsiders, and I never had a female artist role model. The program was very technological oriented and didn't allow me for the expression that I was looking for. I was shocked by the harassment of the male professors who were reacting against the emerging presence of women at the universities and wanted to keep us in our design space. After 1 year, I dropped the architectural program. Art empowered me to make decisions. I took ownership of my life. I enrolled at the Art Institute in Medellin and in a music education program at the State University. My life got enriched. I started a social and intellectual exploration within the limits of a very authoritarian and conservative family. It was very difficult for my father to see his daughter being exposed to all the social realities, and awakened the curiosity of my mother, who wanted to see through my eyes what was not allowed for her. Art school became an eye-opener for me. It empowered me to continue my artistic explorations, to keep searching for the new, for the different, to enrich my life. I learned a big deal about people. I understood the graphics of design and how they could help me to organize my life and change the direction of the script assigned to me. During these years, a German immigrant family became neighbor. And very soon, the older son, Peter, and I became soulmates because our shared love and interest for art, music, and theater. And I need to confess, maybe also the curiosity to inspect what was different. Eventually, we married. And this event took me to more challenging experiences. I decided to officially request excommunication for the state church to have a civil wedding in Medellin. The judge who performed the wedding never did one before. I broke traditions of generations. I left my country, and moved to live in Germany, in Mexico, and in the United States of America. By moving, I was torn apart, broken in pieces, displaced from the known family and home. Mountains, valleys, friends, paths and rules, pieces of color, looking with horror, I became. Broken inside, retaining the outside. What to say? Love, anger, fear, the whole day. Fear, What do I hear? I wish I could fly far away and in pieces find my rest. Moving, brokenness, and fragmentation open me. I find a lot of opportunities to enrich my life. New challenges, new languages, new people. In Germany, at the beginning, I felt that people were looking to me as a souvenir. And in my intense need to fit in, I wear a blonde wig. For years, I was working to cultivate my own identity through my art. I got enriched. I got enriched by all these challenges. I was looking everywhere for opportunities for my own development and growth. My art became my most intimate companion, and the images of my childhood flew like a river. In Germany, my art found an audience. I was recognized as an artist, and it helped me to feel recognized as a person. In Mexico, I was very aware about my Latino American mestizo heritage. Using my language again, I became very active in the community. I became an art instructor in an art college, exhibited extensively, and felt very integrated in the community. Art empowered me to take risks. Here in the United States, I enrolled in the M.F.A. program, my big dream. I graduated at the age of 50 and with 2 children in college. This realization of my big dream helped me to continue my artistic and intellectual explorations and expanded my freedom of expression. I learned a great deal about people, different ethnic backgrounds, languages, cultures, and religions make people different, but not better or worse. At the essence, the human experience deals with the same feelings, and needs. I took a risk to use my art as a strong force to fight against social injustice and violence. My art filled with images of abused women, children, and the forgotten ones in society. I discovered that art facilitated social changes, as is an agent for social and spiritual transformation. I took a risk when I started to create this body of work using unconventional materials like burlap and newspaper torn in pieces, and explore the subject of violence. Violence beyond the physical act, because I think that psychological violence is more difficult to heal. You don't need to have bruises on your body or a scarf in your skin to feel violence, the grip of violence. I love to paint on fabric. And I create La Suite del Silencio, 22 paintings on quilts, but not the American quilts. They are done as decoration for design. They are necessity quilts. And I painted in these little pieces of fabric. After I visited Colombia in 1998, and I felt the power of silence inflicted by fear. These little pieces of fabric individually don't have any value. They are disposable, as we as individuals are. But when they are sewing and mending together, they present a strong surface for my paintings, as we can do it too when we build a support group and we offer comfort, honor privacy, and reconstruct lives. Today, I take more risk. I am exploring video and performances. Performance give me the opportunity to give myself completely to the audience. As I connect to them, as I am reenacting emotions, memories, and events. I created my last performance, Mi Tiempo, my realm, my map, my time, my space, my map, as my collaborations in the multidisciplinary Moving Matters traveling workshop. In this performance, I follow experiences during all the times of my migration, living in different countries. I make references to all the names of people I met during my whole life. This international multidisciplinary workshop helped me to understand that my life story has universal themes. For many, many years, my art was focusing on fragmentation. But by making decisions and taking risks, today I feel whole. I invite you all to fight for the possibilities art gives to you and gives to all of us. Make decisions, protect and expand the art programs at schools. Take a risk and become an art activist and protect the self-expression, the freedom of expression of our next generation. Find wholeness only through the self-expression individuals and communities find wholeness. Thank you very much.